What's up, everybody? It's Mighty Joe W here, and this is a video response to LifeSpiller79, and he actually did a response to Dave, I'm a Game Geek, and the topic is about selling items from your collection. Now, this is very interesting to me because I have gone back and forth with this, and I have some some funny stories, but basically, how do you feel about selling your games, trading your games in for other games, or selling your consoles, trading those in? I go back and forth because I used to trade in games a lot. When I was finished with them, I would go ahead and trade it in, put that money towards a new game, and get that new game. But as time went on, there were a few games that I regretted letting go of, that one day I woke up and I wanted to play, and I said, I sold that game. What was I thinking? And especially when you're getting ripped off, the way I see it, if somebody's just gonna give me $7, $8, maybe even $10 for a game I paid $64 for, I'm like, that's not worth it. It's more profitable, in my opinion, or valuable for me to just keep it. I mean, especially you talking $5, I might as well just keep that as a cup coaster than give that back, something I paid $60 for. So I got to the point where I'm like, I'm gonna hold on to games, especially something I think I may play in the future. And as I started getting more into collecting and kind of building my collection, building a display, because when you get more serious as a gamer, you want to have a good collection. You have memories with all of these games. So I've been holding on to them. Now I want to talk about consoles specifically, and I've done this many times, and I've regretted it just about every time. But, once you go through a console and you move on to the next, you feel like you're done with that, especially if it's backward compatible. I remember when I had a Game Boy Color, I had all the Pokemon games and everything, and we were getting ready to move. So I went ahead and put that in the garage sale that we were having because I thought I moved on, I was done. Put some of my Pokemon games in there as well. I regretted that big time. I did. Now, luckily, I had another Game Boy Color that somebody had let me have, and I still had my Pokemon. I had yellow. I kept yellow and silver. So I still had two, but I regretted that. I was like, what was I thinking? Because a couple years later, I wanted to play me some Pokemon, and I didn't have it because I let them go, trying to be nice. Fast forward, when I got my PS3, I knew that my nephew he really wanted a console because he didn't have one. They had the PS1, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a nice uncle. I'll hook him up with the PS2. And then he sweetened the deal and he said, I'll give you a DS. I was like, okay, cool, fair trade. I love my nephew. It was a nice thing to do, but I regretted it. I said, especially because the PS3 is my PS3 is not backwards compatible, which was very frustrating. I know why they did it, but it's all good. They got to do what they got to do. But I was like, man, I got all these games that I can't play, and I'm not trying to buy all of the HD remakes on the PlayStation Network when I have them all sitting right here, but I can't play it because I let go of it. And then another time with my GameCube, I was trying to be the nice role model, and it was actually a kid at the church that he didn't have anything, and we had just got a Wii. I'm like, you could play the GameCube games on the Wii. So I went ahead and gave him the GameCube with my controller. But again, I was like, dang, because one day I went to play Resident Evil and realized I had given up my controller. Now, yeah, I could go find, the PS2 and the GameCube or a controller somewhere and go buy it up from some retro place. But still, for me, with the memories I had with those, it was hard to part ways with that. So I think I've learned over the years, think twice before I let go of some things that really mean a lot to me. And like I said, if it's between me and making a child happy, Mighty Joe, Uncle Joe's gonna do the right thing. But don't think you're gonna see me giving up my PS3. So whenever I upgrade to the PS4, I don't know if I'll be getting rid of that. Even if I don't play it, that'll be our Blu-ray player or something like that. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you go ahead and trade in? Especially, I know if you're not working yet, if you don't have a job, it's tougher to buy games than to buy consoles. So I know it makes it, and that's part of the reason why I used to trade in, because I wasn't working back then when I was coming up. So you got to do what you got to do, but when you are in position to go ahead and put your money where you want to put it, think twice about letting go your precious precious memories. It's Mighty Joe W, and I'm up out of here. Peace.